Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching Nile Cruise on Nile TV International, and we are joined today with Dr. Moataz Abdel Fattah. Sorry, Dr. Moataz, what do you think that the state should be doing and the leadership for a better, wealthy, stable, security-wise on all levels here in Egypt?
There should be a clear, declared program of change supported by the masses, or at least the great majority of the masses. You cannot, Lee Kuan Yew, the gentleman who created actually Singapore, just died a week ago. He was the prime minister for 30 years, since 34 years old up to he
the
died.
Prime Minister of Singapore?
Singapore, yes. He, in his biography, he said very interesting and eloquent statement. He said, my role is not to change Singapore. My role is to change the Singaporean people, and they will change Singapore. We need to work on changing the Egyptian mindset, Egyptian character. It's much, much easier to change buildings. But what's really challenging is to change people who live in these buildings. It's relatively easy, though not easy, but relatively easier to have new roads, to have new buildings, to even have new factories. But what's difficult is to have those who are capable of making the best use of these roads, buildings, and so on. What if a huge earthquake occurs in Germany or Japan or whatever? Couple of months and they will be back in track, doing extremely well. Why? Because the individuals are well trained, not in terms of the know-how, but how to know. That's exactly what we lack in Egypt. That is, we do not work enough on Egyptians to educate them. You have 5 tools. If I take out what I have in my mindset, as values, as principles, as codes of behavior, as ethics or non-ethical behavior, you're going to find 5 sources. Number 1, family. Number 2, religious discourse. Number 3, media. Number 4, education, what I learned from education. Number 5, the political discourse. We have the 5 of them. We can control them. The state can control these 5 sources of. Where is this committee, top committee, that is responsible for upgrading the kind of values, the kind of ethics, the kind of principles that we teach our kids? How we want to look like, how we want them to think after 10 or 15 years.
That's very true. Dr. Moataz Abdel Fattah would like to thank you very much for joining us. It has been a great pleasure to have you with us tonight, Cruise.
Thank you very much, Dr. Moataz Abdel Fattah. It's a pleasure to have you with us always. And Dr. Moataz, as long as we continue discussing with you issues, it never ends, because it's very interesting discussing with you everything. And we thank you very much to be with us today here on Nile Cruise. Dr. Moataz, this is a little present from Nile TV International.
Wow.
It's our colleague, Abir Al-Fishawi. She drew it specially
and
for you.
definitely the entire team. Yeah, appreciating your coming.
She drew it for you specially when she knew you were going to be joining us today.
Much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Moataz. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, thank you. Nice meeting you.